starting off, so I figured why not just go ahead and show you. It's going to be in the thumbnail anyway, hopefully. But I found out that there was a leaking head gasket when I was running this. And I got to turn it down. Head gasket's fine. It's not blown, just had to adjust it a little bit. And I got starting to put it back together. And I figured, why not make a video about this? So, the way... I don't really even know how to start with this. It's kind of a random video idea. I just started thinking and said, hey, why not make a video? So here we are. I'm just now putting the head back on this thing, trying to get it right. And for those of you who do not know, this is the engine out of my Coleman BT200X. It is a 196cc Honda clone, as some people call it. It's got Honda parts, or wannabe Honda parts, but it's basically Chinese, which sucks, I know, but it's not a bad little engine. In my opinion, this thing scoots. And I just put this Junior Dragster Racing carburetor on it, because the old one, it was not happy with life. And let me zoom that out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, the old one, it was not happy. And sorry about the garage, it is a bit of a mess. I'm trying to clean it. But also, one thing I did notice, this guy, the valve right there, was inside that second hole, which it should not be. It should be more like this guy. Sorry, it's out of focus. Let me watch some of these down so you can see it better. Yes, I know, that's bad. Focus, please. Focus. Please, and thank you. Yeah, you get the idea. It ain't really wanting to focus. The lighting's probably bad or... Well, good lord. My dog's out here with me, so... You're gonna hear her in the background, probably. But this thing, it sounds good-ish. I'm gonna be putting a muffler on it, hopefully sometime soon. I don't know when exactly, but I will keep you all updated on that. That sounds nice. And there is people going back and forth in my subdivision here, so sorry about the traffic noise. Where am I? Oh, no, I'm blind. Now, a lot of times, if you see the camera go off like that, it's because I'm trying to find stuff and I'm not looking at my phone. I'm using my phone as my camera right now because I don't have an actual camera for YouTube. Can't afford it. So this is the next best thing. Alright, let me snug those down. It is exactly 4 Nugget, so if you slow the video down, you can actually hear it. Sorry about my finger in the camera. I'm not sure who that is. Sounds like they're having a good time though. Well, if I can get the socket on there, that'd be just fine by me. And I actually did have this exhaust fall off earlier. But you guys haven't seen this. It is a brand new, to me at least. I actually got it sometime when it was snowing here. If y'all live in my subdivision, you know what I'm talking about. So, let me get these tucked down here. He's having fun. It's kind of hard to do this whole thing one-handed, but I'm going to get it done. And that is not at all what it should be. I want to do 18 foot-pounds for this, so let me set this torque wrench up, and I will pick y'all up here in a second. Okay, if y'all don't know how to set this torque wrench, or if you have one like this and you don't know how to set one, let's say I want 10 foot-pounds. I'm going to drop this sleeve down. You're going to pull this, it's a lock, and it's going to move this sleeve up or down, depending on which way you turn it. I'm sorry, my phone does not want to focus right now. So, 10 foot-pounds, let's say I want that. Move the sleeve down until it hits the 0. Can't see it. Well, let me turn it this way so you can see it. The 0 in line with the 10. That mark, you want it to be in line with that. Now I set it down to 10 and then moved it to 8 right there. What that is 18 foot-pounds. Let me go ahead and show you for one. Now, I'm not going to throw my foot up on here. Real good. That's nice. I don't know what that is on my boot. Okay, just go ahead and smack my table on it. I know this is the most redneck way of doing this, but it clicked. That tells me, hey, it's torqued. Stop. Okay, doing this one-handed is hard. You hear the click? I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. But it clicks when it is torqued. I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't know if I don't know when I review the footage. Okay, all of them are torqued. And what I like to do is I like to go back and just click them all and make sure they're all good. I don't really do much. I don't really do a whole lot of engine teardowns on this channel, just because my channel's kind of random. But I figured this would be cool. I figured some of y'all would want to see this, and this is a good opportunity for anybody that wants to learn how to do this. Actually, I don't have anything to set my phone on. Wait a minute, yes I do. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm actually going to use my old cylinder head as a phone prop. Now this one is old, it's tore up. This thread, or stud for the rocker arm, is actually bent. So this head is toast. I'm going to set y'all right there. I'm pretty sure you can see a good amount, at least. Let me turn this head around. I can see while I'm setting it up right here, so it looks pretty good. I like it. And it's sitting on my push rod. That's nice. Y'all can still see pretty good. Alright. What I'm doing here. Actually, no, let me wipe this off. It's got wood dust all over it. Okay. This is the valve push rod. Some of you know this, some of you don't. What this does is there's a cam inside the motor. As it spins, there's little lobes that come up and touch this and push it. And it pushes these, or it actually pushes these guys, rocker arms, and pushes these valves. And it slides in like that. Rocker arm go well. It's a good practice to wipe them off. Rocker arm goes on like so. And that valve is actually somewhat open. See it move? I don't know if my phone picked that up or not, but point is it moved. Now I don't know if they're both low, like set low. So I'm going to wipe this one off and check it. There is a point in the cycle. This is a 4-cycle engine, 4-stroke. Intake, compression, combustion, exhaust. Those are the 4 cycles of the 4-stroke engine. That valve is all the way down. Perfect. some people would think 4-stroke, okay, 4 strokes make power, like 2-stroke pretty much does. It doesn't really, though. None of the 4 strokes make power, only the power stroke does. Power stroke, it's not the thing at 6.0. But, only the power stroke on the engine makes power. That's when the piston goes down with the connecting rod, or the rod of the engine, as people call it. The piston rod, whatever you want to call it. I just call it a rod, just short, simple, to the point. Let me get a wrench for that. Sure it's a 13, so not exactly sure, but I'll be 13. Okay. Sorry, okay then. I don't know how to edit my videos, so if there's parts of my videos where it's choppy and I can't really cut things out of it, that's why. It's not a 13th or 14th. Of course. Not what I need. This looks like it. Let me try this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up, dog. I found it. It's up on my toolbox. I've got to fix this creeper. There's a stud on one of my casters that are messed up, so. Good Lord. Okay, so that's down. Start cranking on that. Wait a minute. Why am I using that when I can just use one of my sockets? Work smarter, not harder. I use deep well sockets for this just because it's easy. I'm not going to crank them all the way down, but crank them down enough. To some of you, this might look like cranking them all the way down, but it's not. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I rebuilt this whole motor. I actually need to get a whole new block for it. Now, let me go get leave again. That's basically all this video is right now. Sit down, forget it, pull, get up, don't do it again. Sit down, forget another tool. Go get it, start doing something, forget another tool about 10 times, and then we'll actually get to it. Now, the lowest this feeler gauge can go, and if any of you guys want to start doing engines like this, get one of these. It will save your life, trust me. All the feeler gauge does is it goes down. Let me loosen that. It goes down in between the rocker and the valve. There's a certain stroke you gotta do this on. I'm not really sure which one I'm on right now. The piston has to be top dead center, otherwise known as TDC. Yes, that is an actual term for this. Look it up if you don't believe me. Now what I'm doing here is I am lashing valves. This is a must-do for any engine. And what this does is it sets the clearance in between. That's actually perfect. I got that spot on. That never happens. It sets the clearance between the rocker arm and the actual valve. So it sets a little bit of relief up for it. Rather than just cranking it down, hope for the best. You are a 10 mil. Most common socket ever, and most common runaway. Trust me, most mechanics out there will know that feeling. I'm not going to turn that the other way. Okay, cinch that down. Nope, I got it wrong. Pull that off. I don't know how to shut this. That's kind of dumb on my part, but oh well. Cammy, what are you doing? I'm just moving this in and out as I'm adjusting it. It's right there. It's perfect. I like that. So, tighten. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Yeah. Ain't that something? And there's my neighbor. He thinks that, well, he doesn't really think it's dumb, but he tells me I should leave stuff alone. Honestly, he is right. But here's the thing, though. Most times when stuff breaks, he helps me out with a lot of things. He really doesn't have to, but he does. And he has taught me things. He has taught me how to fix stuff, how to diagnose some stuff. I took shop class at my school. I've learned from him. I've learned from my shop teacher. Most people that watch my channel has gone to shop class with me. He was an amazing dude. He taught me a lot about engines. I learned to tear this engine down myself. And I learned to work on cars basically since I grew up. Taking shop class was just like a bonus. But everything I'm doing here, I learned on my own. Also, YouTube helps. Watching a lot of car shows on YouTube. Like Power Nation. And they tear engines down all the time. And they build engines all the time. I mean, their whole channel is based off of building engines. Making stuff go fast. Showing you how to get power. Showing you if you're wanting to build something. Showing you how to do that. I'm actually going to set that one a little bit lower. Because I don't have a feeler gauge that goes down to where this one should be. So I'm going to go right there. On this one I have to guess. That's bad, I know. But it is what it is. There's some stuff you have to gamble on, some stuff you don't, some stuff you gotta go by the book. And I know this video is getting kind of long, but I figured some of y'all would like this. I haven't made a video in a very, very long time. I think the last video I ever made was ceramic cutting the Cadillac. It's actually sitting right there, I can see it. It's going good. I got it to run better. That's nasty. I got it to run a little bit better. started messing with it. I got some new speakers for it. I'll show you those. I'll show you all those here in a little bit. I need to get a new gasket, is what I need to do. Because this one is shot. But it works. That's enough for me. It's good enough for me. If it works, it works. There's some people that'll say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but that is beyond broke. This gasket is old. Old. It is very old. This is the OEM gasket that the bike came with. Kind of shocking, I know. Here. Oh, it's the stock one. Why didn't you replace it already? Well, I ain't had the time. But you just mentioned that you tore the engine down. Well, I know, but that wasn't my focus. Some people think I'm dumb for that. Okay, there's a voice crack. Yeah, some people think I'm dumb for leaving something that's kind of messed up, leaving it alone. But if I ain't got the time, I ain't got the time. I tore this thing down for one thing and one thing only. That was to make sure everything's good. I will make a short later on after this video so y'all can see the oil that came out of this thing and why I tore it down. There's the other one. Oh, okay. But I tore this thing down specifically because the oil was not the best in any way, shape, or form. So I said, well, let's go ahead and tear it down. It'll be fun. Learn about this thing more. It sat torn down for 3 days. I reset the rings, got everything where it should be, got everything good, and put it back together. My parents thought, run again, we're gonna have to just sell the bike. It's broke. It's in pieces. It's not gonna run again. It's actually missing the whole rear end of the bike right now because the chain didn't like me, and it said, I'm tired of you. It chewed the sprocket up on the tire, chewed the frame up. It actually bent the chain. I have the chain right there. Sorry. That sounded demonic, I know. But I'm gonna get that bike back where it should be. I'm gonna get it right again. Better than new. But that will be in weeks, months maybe, because I gotta get new tires for it, new brakes, new sprocket, new brake lever. The old ones actually broke. New headlight. I'm putting an LED headlight on it. And there's more stuff. I'll let y'all know as I go. But back to this engine. If you all have one like this and you want to do any kind of mod to it, the best one to do is this spark plug right here. This is the E3. The brand is E3. The size is E3.20 or E3.20, however you want to say that. I just say E3.20 because it's 20. And I actually bought the spark plug for the Cadillac and it didn't fit. So I put it in here and it fit. And I said, well, I'll run this. See how I like it. It does amazing. The spark plug is the best one I've ever bought. For this engine at least. There's actually this brand spark plug in the Cadillac. The rest of them are Delco. I don't like them. They're not the best. Some people like them, some people don't. It's just my opinion. I don't like them at all. But some people disagree, some people agree. Just my opinion. I know people with Cadillacs like this like to run Delcos. I don't. I like to make power. I like to see how much power I can get out of the car. And right now, I'd say about 370, 380 is what it's pushing. And the factory small block, 300 GH small block. It's a good little car. But for more in-depth detail, go watch the video of me ceramic coating my car. But for now, I want to do something with my exhaust here. I'll actually get the thing I need. I'm going to polish this exhaust with Mother's Metal Polish. Not sponsored, just really good brand. Not that one. I mean this one. This one's actually perfect. I keep several bags full of towels in here because reasons. I need them. And this exhaust is probably the best one I've ever had. I like it. It does great for me, but it's loud. And don't get me wrong, I like loud things. The Cadillac's deafening. Make you go deaf if you're standing anywhere near it. But not while it's idling. It's fun though, I like it. I'm actually gonna sit back down, but the paper's kind of falling apart. But this exhaust is not in any way the factory exhaust. That's on there good. Where's my jack? There's the jack. Where's the handle? Oh, it's under the jack. Not meant to be, but okay, it works. I ain't gonna complain about that. That's why I'm okay, hello. About fell on my face. That would have been just fun. Do not try this at home. You will more than likely break a bolt. Does it go this way? Oh. See? Don't do this at home. I about broke a bolt. Or a stud, rather. Both. Ugh, bravo. There's really no good no good place to put this, but I want to get it nonetheless. There's some heat in there, I'll tell you that much. This thing gets hot. You can actually see the discoloration on the exhaust from it being so hot. And there it goes. Try not to lose that gasket. I really like it, really need it. And it didn't really go blue there because the gasket was there. But it got it in some other places. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of turning yellow. That is the product of heat. Yeah, I might think I'm dumb for taking this off the bike, but trust me, did that for a reason. Still solid. I like it, but do not ever leave this stuff in the car. It will become liquid and it will not work. Trust me. Learn that the hard way. Don't ask how. Okay, I'm not really sure where to put this. Or it's not going to really... Well, I guess I could just hold it. Wax section by section. Or polish section by section. Okay, that's fantastic. Already getting it all over myself. Now to use this stuff, I just take a glob, put it on my towel, and start polishing away. But if anybody else wants to do it different, go ahead. I don't care. I didn't tell you to do it this way. I just said it's the way I do it. The main reason I'm polishing this exhaust is because there's something that actually touched it when it was hot, and it melted it. It melted whatever it was. I don't know for sure what it was or how it happened, but nonetheless it happened. Lessons were learned. Don't do it. Don't have stuff that's meltable, like rubber, for example, near a hot exhaust. Bad things will happen. As you can see, my exhaust had one of those bad things happen. I am not really talking a whole lot because I'm trying to get this done. What, dog? I've already been out here like an hour. Don't comment on what I just did. It looks a little bit better, actually. Cammy. She's walking inside. I'll take her in there in a minute. Okay, I'll put this on the bike and then wipe it down from all my fingerprints. Oh, you just waxed and now you're getting all your fingerprints all over it. Well, I know. But nothing is perfect. I have learned that the hard way several times. So don't try and correct me on things that are not perfect. I will fix them. If I miss them, comment down below and I will fix it off camera. Because not a lot of times I have time to record a short video on showing you things that I fixed. Like really small details. Some of you don't even notice those small details. And yes, I do read every single one of my comments. And I do try and reply. Okay, on that note, something I want to address. The video with the C7 in the garage. Well, y'all saw that? And somebody, I can't remember the name, decided to leave a comment that I did not really like. And just because there is a sports car or any kind of muscle car, or muscle doesn't really count because you get it. Just because there's some fancy car in somebody's garage does not mean that they are from, like, let's example, the city. That does not mean anything. I own a Cadillac. That does not mean that I like drinking. Let's just put an example. What? Oh, what's something? Brain fart. I can't think of it now. But anyway, point is, just because I have the Cadillac doesn't mean I do what every stereotypical Cadillac owner does. Like suit and tie, curly mustache type of thing. I don't do any of that. A lot of people say just because you have a Cadillac makes it a grandpa car. No, it does not. I've had several people talk about the Cadillac. And if you live around me and you see me somewhere, come up, talk to me if you want to. If I'm not busy, I don't care. I'll talk to you all day. I know not a lot of people watch my channel, but if you're new here, welcome. I don't do this all the time, but it's just something extra fun. And the secret about the Cadillac that I have been hiding from you guys, and pretty sure my neighbor over there watches, I have not told him either. The Cadillac will no longer be a normal, everyday, daily driver. It will become a race car. I will try and enter it in the street car class so I can still drive it. But it will no longer be something that you will see every day. That car will be getting a 396 big block nitrous motor. It will stay a front wheel drive because I thought about doing rear wheel drive. It's too much money, too much time. I don't have either. But it will be getting a small tire slick with the nitrous motor in it. It will get the stock style trans built, 4-speed built, stock style. And I will be hopefully be getting something new. Not newer in the year. New to me. I have had my eyes on a early 2000s or early 90s, late 90s Dodge 3500. A lot of you, oh my God, Dodge, I know. They're unreliable, some people say. They're not good, the trans, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But at the end of the day, a truck is a truck. I mean, my dad has a truck that's as old as I am, and some people say it's not good. Well, in their opinion. I don't ask them, but in their opinions, I know they'll think it's not good because of the brand. The truck is a Nissan. Some people think that's hard-working Mexican's truck. Don't call me out on that. But honestly, it's such a great truck. It has about 260,000 miles on it. factory engine, and it's still on the factory head gaskets. But they're leaking. Hopefully get them fixed. I don't want to talk too much about that truck. But I figured that you all would want to come along for this. And this little cable here is my throttle. Come off the bike. And, oh, I was going to show you all the speakers. Now for this, the speakers are right there in the car. Also, that's where I go. They are factory 10-inch subs. I kind of got tired of them because they're old. And I found those in my garage. Not exactly sure what size they are. If somebody can tell me, that'd be nice. But they look like 13s or 14s. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. They're probably Pioneer or something like that. People say 3-ways are not good. These were the best of the best in their time. And I guarantee you they're as old as this car. And there's 2 of them. There's one over on the right side of the car. I'm not going to show you. It's a mess. But I am going to be tapping into the wires on the factory speakers. They're back there. Actually, I think they're like right there. I'm not going to open the trunk and show you because it's a mess back there. But back there, there's a hole. You can't see it. I'm going to run the wires to there. Under, like behind the seat. Under the carpeting. Under there, blah, blah, blah. Self-tap brackets here into the floor, into the seats. And they're going to sit right there for their whole life. And as far as the front speakers go, I'm going to put new ones in there. Oh, aren't you just dumb? They're 5-inch in the front. Candy. What? Let me go over here so you can look at that. I don't see anything. But there's no speakers in the rear. At some point, I'm going to put new ones in the front. Because this one is actually bad. And I believe the speaker's like right here. But this, I'm not sure what that is. I'm very good with cars, but I don't know a whole lot about their sound system. But I do know the speaker is right there. And this cover was actually stolen. Somebody broke in the car and got this. I don't know why. Out of all the things in this car that you could take, you chose the speaker cover. Why? I don't know. I don't know what that is. But literally there's a $100 air compressor right here that somebody could have easily gotten. Or the radio. My train horn. It's not got air in it, but you can hear it maybe. I don't know. My walkie-talkie, I've actually got to take that in. This is just something for me and my buddies. Sorry. It's just something that we have fun with, and Cadillac's name is on it, so we all know. I mean, these dudes could have even taken the lights out of here that I have in here. Everything that they could have taken, they chose a 50-cent cover. They could have even taken the floor mats for all I care. But no. They chose the dumbest thing to take out of the car, and they did. And I did keep the car locked, so if y'all do figure out where I live, don't be that guy and try and come in the car. If I'm ever out here and you happen to come by, I'll be glad to talk to you about it. Cammy, will you please shut up? But I do keep it locked. For the reason of it being broken into. It actually did get broken into at school. Kind of made me mad because I couldn't really do anything about it. But some other things that happened at school were it was keyed. It got right there. I'm not sure if that's from it being keyed or not. There's something there. I'm not really sure what that's from. I know this happened when it was getting work done. It got keyed here. And out of all places, down there. Pretty good size too. Actually, you can see a little bit better. Yeah, they got it pretty good. But we have cameras, so don't be that guy and come up and key the car, do whatever to it. Somebody got it there. And that's lovely. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but I'm pretty sure the paint's going. Need to repaint the trunk or get in the trunk. And somebody actually did hit the car here. It was a lot bigger, but I did buff it out, and it is pretty good scratch right there. But basically all I'm saying, if you ever come up to the car and do something to it, just know that we have eyes at the back of our head and we can see you. We can see everything you do to the car if you do come up. Also, I don't really care about blowing up my plate. If you see the car in person, you're going to know there is another car like this that runs around here. Also, ignore that and the reflection, please. It's not mine. It is actually my grandmother's, but I'm actually fixing it because it broke in my possession. So I am responsible for fixing it. I did get a new sticker. Y'all who watch his channel, you know who that is. And I got that. Shout out to the owner of Knoxville Dragway. I'm not going to say a name. And just because. I was not in the Special Forces, by the way. But Miss Ruby here has had a ride. That's stuck down in there. Great. She's definitely given me a run for her money. Or I've given her a run for her money, rather. Seals are going out in it. The hood, I still need to get repainted still. I started on it. You can see it transition. And you can see it transition in several places on the car. Like right here. New paint, old paint. But I am going to do some more stuff to this car. Tint the headlights, both of them. Put new seals in them, put new lights in them. Probably have to get a new windshield. Oil pressure gauge works great. Low oil pressure on the car though. But I think that is all for today. That's all I've got to blab about. But please, please, please do not come up and mess with the car. If you see me out somewhere, don't come up, and if I'm putting gas in or whatever, you can come up and talk to me. But if I'm ever doing something with it, don't come up and bombard me. You'll know a good time when you see one. But I think that is all for today. Okay. And I will see you all next time I have something to do. So, see y'all later.